Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. My name is Isra Rashid. Today, my topic of presentation was trying to overcome communication gaps or communication problems at workplace. So, I'm going to discuss some points through which we can easily try to resolve these issues. The very first point that I would like to discuss is to address the issue, because obviously there are many times we get to see that there are issues, but we don't actually get to know that those are issues, or we don't know exactly what is the point or the root of those issues. So the very first thing is that you have to set or address exactly what the issue is. There comes a point in life or anywhere, whether it's workplace, it's your home, it's your personal life, or anything, that you just want to fight, you keep on fighting, but we don't actually know what exactly the problem is. So the very first thing is you have to address your issue and be very clear about having an expectation on what results could be. After that, you have to also be able to build your listening skills. It's very, very important to be able, if you're the third party, it's very important for you to be able to listen to both of them, both the sides of the story, and then give a conclusion or the reaction or a result on how, on who is to be blamed and who is not to be blamed. After this, obviously, you have, if you are at a workplace, you will have assorted people, diverse people working with you. It's a diverse community. So the very first thing you have to do is respect each other's differences. You cannot put your values on someone else and then try for them to do the same thing, or follow your values and, like your values, your morals, your ethics, and everything else. They have their own issues and own values. You have your own values, your own issues, your own problems. So it's always good to respect each other. Then you should also have an open door policy. Obviously, there are times when in management there is a top management, a middle management, and then a lower management. But problem with us is that we only focus on higher management or lower management or middle management, means either one of them. But where problem comes is when there is a communication barrier. If there is a problem in lower management or staff or anyone, they should easily be able to go to higher management. The doors of HR or CEO and all these people, or directors or directors, should be open so that anyone can knock in and just drop out their requests or the issue or the problems they are facing or their suggestions. Another thing you can do is to help organize your departments. For each department, if possible for you, it's very good if you have a proper person or a proper department to resolve those issues within the department, rather than a specific department going to another department and trying to solve the issues. It's better if your own personal departments have your own people. Next thing you can do is have internal language. It's really fun when employees and everyone is friends. So talking about internal language means you can use slang languages, or you can use friendly languages, something that's not formal, informal languages. That way employees will feel more welcomed and involved in each other. Another thing you can do is give rewards. It's very, very important whether the task completed is small or large. A person feels motivated when he is rewarded, so he feels like doing more. So it's always important, you have to reward each and every person, whether the task performed was small or large. They will feel motivated, they will feel happy, and eventually they will not fight with each other, not feel jealous or do anything. It's good to rearrange their office as well, office settings, because when 2 or 3 employees are sitting next to each other throughout the year or throughout like 6-7 months, obviously they create a bond, and then that creates issues between someone else. So it's always good within 6 months or every 6 months you should change the settings so that each employee gets a chance to be with the other person, and that way they can help build proper relationships, good healthy relationships. They can share their problems, they will try to understand, they will know where they lack, their communication barriers will reduce, their communication gap will also reduce, and they will start communicating with each other, which is very important. Occasionally you should also try to get out of the office, because staying at, like we can see nowadays, if we are in lockdown, so we are at home, we become frustrated being at home all the time. Same situation is with workplace. If you are inside the office for a very long time, you will obviously feel frustrated. So it's good you just take a break, go for lunch, or just take a round or take a walk outside and come back. The fresh air you will get from outside will help you communicate better with your fellows. Another thing you can also do is give your employees the opportunity to recharge. This means, obviously, working the entire day, we are all humans. Everyone working is a human. No one is a robot. So everyone needs a break from life, from different tasks of life. Working 24 hours a day is not possible. It gets very tiring. So, depending on the task a person did, you could either give them a lunch break to go somewhere, have a break, come back, or give them a vacation for like 2-3 days, a week, a month, as per their designations require. So this will also give them a break. Their mind will settle down and it will become better for them to create a peaceful environment in their workplace. Another thing is you have to also try to strengthen the connections between their boss and an employee. Like, it's very easy for connections between a boss and an employee to break. Why? Because the boss always feels superior and the employee always feels inferior. If we just try to overcome this gap or try to bridge it, not necessarily inside the office, but when they are not in the office, or just by the off time or in break time or anything, it's very good if they create a bridge between each other, and that will help the communication be better. Another thing they can also do is, whenever you're attending conferences, usually people what they do is, or where they lack is, when they try to attend a conference in which they talk on individual basis. But it's always a healthier exercise to attend conference as a team. So as a team means each individual is given the opportunity to voice his views, but it also respects the other one, and they all are working in a team, so no one will be like, why did you say my point, or why didn't you say my point, or I was supposed to say this, I was supposed to say that. When working in a team, it's really good because you support each other rather than pulling each other's leg down. Another thing, very important thing, obviously not all the workers or the employees that are working in your company will be extroverts. There will be some who will do their tasks very nicely, very efficiently, but they are introverts. So being a boss or management, it's their responsibility to also focus on the introverts. You should always value teamwork. You should also celebrate birthdays and anniversaries. This is a good thing, but it really helps because an employee, a boss, everyone feels welcomed and kind of like involved and happy when they feel that the other person is also giving importance to us and our personal occasions and events. You can celebrate Muslim vacations like Eid, etc. You can celebrate if you have any Hindu or non-Muslim, so you can celebrate like Diwali or Holi for them. If you have any Christian, you can celebrate like Christmas or Easter, and so on and so forth. So you should always respect each other. Bottom line of the entire thing is, I'm just gonna quickly summarize my thing, is the bottom line is communication is very, very, very important, and that can only be done if you respect each other. You think each other as, instead of rivals, you think each other as a team. You support each other. You have a good communication. You don't have any communication barriers. You don't have any communication gaps. You're valued. You're trusted. You build good relationships with each other. You also try to see each extrovert and introvert in the family, because as I mentioned, family, because when you're working with someone, eventually they become a part of your family. It's not always like workplace is different and personal life is different. Of course it is, but when you're working in a team, when you give each other importance, it's good that you just try to treat them like a work family. So then that's the end of my presentation. I hope you like it, and thank you so much for listening to me.